Greetings, crafters, and welcome to episode 74 of Better Than Wolves with T-Kush35. We come back after I did a little bit of work off camera last night, just some general resource gathering, and I went in to check on the villagers, and I hadn't been in here yet, and this is what they look like in this pack. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't think I like it. I think I don't like it enough to go back and try to find the actual derivation texture pack and see if it's up to date. But I will do that between episodes. I do like the pack overall. I like the more medieval-ish look, but I really don't like how those villagers look. Not at all. Anyway, today we are going to work on making that kill zone. And in order to do so, I'm going to need to first get my inventory a little clear. So let's go ahead and do that. Don't think we're going to need nearly as much loose cobble as I have around. We will need food and shovels and such. We will probably need netherrack. But we're going to need saws and gearboxes and axles. Now, this might be enough. Gearboxes. We'll find out. If not, I have 6 more redstone latches. You know what? I'm just going to make them right away, because there's no way 7 is going to be enough to power 4 saws and at least 1 hopper. So we have some gears. We have some of this. Let's go ahead and make them. Whoops. Oh, that'll still work. Burp, burp, burp. Ba-bam. Alright, so 13 gearboxes. That might be enough. It might hold us off. We are, however, going to need another water wheel, and I only have 5 glue. Do I have anything? Yeah, my boots are looking a little old. I could recycle those, or I could just throw in straight leather. But leather is a fairly valuable resource right now. Did I already melt down that saddle that I got way back when? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, looks like I did. So, sure, let's go ahead and do that. Then I'll make a new set of boots. I don't remember if this will be enough. Bone meal. So toss those in. Do some snip snip. Go make a new pair of boots. Then we'll enchant them, of course. Boop, boop, doo. Over here. Come on, dummy. Go to the right place. Projectile protection. That's pretty nice. Come on, 3. Ah, so close. Alright, I think I can put in 1. No? I can't put in a cut tanned leather, huh? Alright. I'm not going to put in a regular tanned one. Let's just grab 1 piece of leather. Shove that in there, and that should melt down into glue. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So then I also need saws, 4 of them, and a hopper. You've seen me craft all this all before, and I should have enough resources. So I will be back once I have those all crafted. Okay, here we are. We have 2 hoppers, 1 water wheel, 13 gearboxes, 23 axles, and 4 saws. I think this should hopefully be enough to get all of that hooked up. It's going to be similar setup to this bad boy here to get 4 saws set, and then, you know, water going up to it. So let's go and hop on over that direction. Actually, if you'll afford me a moment, since I am super forgetful, just want to get a screenshot of what that setup looks like. That way I don't mess it up again, using an extra gearbox. So what we're going to do is dig out the tunnel for, well, the pathway for mobs to get pushed down by water when, or after that they have been funneled with that water path there. That's going to bug me until I take care of that, but I'm not going to take care of it yet. Oh wow, even little kitties. I don't remember if we can tame the kitties yet in Better Than Wolves. I know we can in regular Minecraft. I don't remember if Flower Child diverged before or after that. I don't ever really use them in any of the Minecraft editions that I play anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Just a curiosity. And I'm just gonna occasionally harvest these vines while I'm over here, since that'll be a major source of vines. And they are conveniently right here. Okay. Enough of that. Let's head on over this way. So, of course, everything's a little bit in the way. But I'm going to bring it this way. That way, getting to it is a lot easier. So we're just going to start by digging down. Just got to keep in mind that that is the direction that I want. And we're going to need at least 2 high. I'm thinking 3 high. So we just dig this entire bit out for as far as necessary. I guess it doesn't actually have to be that far. Just far enough for water to come through. So this is the direction we're going. And now we're also gonna need a water source to push the mobs down. However, they shouldn't be able to raise themselves again. So what I'm gonna do is go this direction and grab a water source, and then we'll build a path. Okay, so with that there, that means that should be water. Perfect. That is exactly what I was hoping. We are going to need it to be even water. So let's go ahead and knock that out so that it is a perfectly even source. Yes. Okay, good, good. And now we build it up. Oh, interesting. It's still doing that. Okay. So I'm going to go back there. Swim my way over. Probably douse my torches on accident. And yep, there it is. Come on. Aw, this is... That's a bummer. I don't really have a good way of... Well, I guess I'll just go back up. I'll go find the water hole over yonder. So this would be motivation to not get this water set first, because then you have issues like I'm having, where you can't get in and out very easily. But that should soon be remedied. And I'm just going to go ahead and block this in, that way these water sources do not get disturbed. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat since I expended some energy. Sort of swimming. So eventually I'll have like a little entryway to the downstairs out here. And probably fill this in. But for now, this will all have to do. Okay. Actually, we'll probably get to that sooner rather than later. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fill this all back in so that the water flow gets back to the way I want it. That's fine. We'll deal. Slowly but surely. Water is always difficult, in my opinion. Oh, not what I wanted. Please be even. Looks even. Okay. Perfect. Now we're back in business. So, I just want to swim back here. Well, sort of swim. slow walking, and make this as tall as possible. Push it to the very limit. That way mobs should be a lot less likely to be able to swim back that way. They'll really have to put effort, which means I'm probably over there. So this should be fine. And this will push them down into the saws, which I can place wherever. I don't think there's motivation to put them much farther back than this. So let's go ahead and just place them there. Oh, right. I more or less want it to become too high, don't I? But if I have that, well, does that work? They do have this little bit that they can feasibly hit their heads on. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna go back to my old world and check to see how I built that tunnel. Back in a minute. So in a surprising turn of events, that mob tower, I actually ended up making the hole a 3x3, which means I'm making a different sized mob tower right now. Maybe it had to be a 3x3 for spiders to fall down more easily. That seems reasonable, but I guess I'm stuck with what I have for now. So, and whatever, I just don't devote as many resources, don't make this one as big, and then things will be alright. I'm gonna go ahead and dig this section out. Oh, and the thing I looked up is I did just have blocks there, and it worked out well enough. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm gonna not have this be netherrack so that I can distinguish. And I am gonna need to make side access for a water flow for items. But that'll come in a little bit here. For now, I'm just going to focus on getting this part set up. So yeah, it ended up being a 3x2 saw area, and this entire shaft was 3 wide. So that's an interesting difference. I'll have to go back and look, see what the point of that was. But let's go ahead and get out of here, since this little shaft is now complete, or at least complete enough. Complete for my purposes. I can always go back in there. And it is getting dark, which is slightly a problem, but not terribly. So we'll go ahead and knock those out, and we'll knock that out, and then that'll all funnel in there. So then in my other world, I guess that makes sense why I don't remember putting or arranging the water source blocks to be outside of the tower, because the tower itself must have been larger than one chunk. And I just started with a 3x3 hole and built out from there, going maximum for water sources, and then made the tower as big as that was. But whatever, this'll do. It might be a little less efficient in killing the mobs that fall down into the trap. But if that's the... oh dear. Oh god. Okay. Yep, I made a horrible mistake. Luckily, this pool is not very big, and these squid are squishy. Whew. Alright. Well, that was an adventure. One I'd prefer to not duplicate. But we'll be alright. Anyway, I was sealing this off. So that's all sealed. And then the access will be on this side. So what I'm going to do is make a little entryway hereabouts. I'm going to need some ladders and such, actually. So let's go ahead and grab those. And hopefully not die on the way, so I'll be back in a minute. And we're back with plenty of mobs in the distance, symbolizing the dangers of this swamp. Nice and lovely. And I had forgotten that because of the squid attack, I did not finish that part. I'm really hoping that none of the slimes head this way, because that would be quite dangerous. So what we're gonna do is just make a little ladder system. I have 10, which I think will be enough for now. We'll see. And we'll make it covered. But I'm gonna replace this with netherrack because that's a solid block that I have right now. And let's see, I'm gonna dig out over here. Okay, so those should be the saws right there, which means this ladder system actually can't be right here. So, gonna have to, dig that out and then place some new ladders somewhere. Let's make the access over here a little bit easier that way. Anywhere in particular? I don't think so. But I suppose I actually want it on this side so that I can just go down the ladder and head straight over there to gather items and whatnot. So let's do, oops. Let's do that. Ah, yes, I'm going to need to place a roof-like material. Oh no, I'm already digging. It's just there that I need. So let's go ahead and make a slight roof-like structure here so that digging out the undercarriage doesn't land water all over my head. Okay. So I'm just gonna break those, replace that, and head back down here. Yes, I see you, squid, but you can't get me. Alright, let's see. Torch to light the way, keeping it decent amount away from the ladders. Okay, so keep going this way. Should hit it eventually, right? There we go. Perfect. And then, of course, I'll end up digging out a lot more of this so that we can get it all hooked up. Being careful that when I go this way, I don't want to drown myself. Like so. How do I want to handle that? Oops. I'll just place blocks a little bit lower than one might think. Actually, that's just going to keep going lower and lower, isn't it? I don't want that. Let's see. Place a torch over there so I can relight them. And just do some underwater adventures. Just gonna get that cut off. Alright. Okay. Good to go. So I'm gonna need more space for this. And what I'm gonna want to do is what I had in my old world was I had this made of glass. That way I could see the monsters dying, and it was great. So let's go ahead and replicate that, shall we? Whoops. Waste of glass. Cool. I will probably end up wanting to replace that floor too. It doesn't matter for now, but if I ever have to dig underneath, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, so I'm also going to want a channel for the items to come in. Now, doesn't matter what direction, but since this is going to be not a sorting system yet, I'm thinking that I'm just going to have the item stuff over here, which means I'm actually going to want this side with glass, which doesn't matter. You can have both sides be glass. That way you can peek in from either direction. Just want to be careful to not get too close with creepers, I think, because them blowing this up would be quite saddening. Okay, there's that. And then the item channel into the as yet unpowered hopper. Also going to want the ability to collect experience orbs. So I'm just going to have that be here, and this be over here. And we'll fill that channel in and power it appropriately later. So what I need now is channel here, like so. Netherrack so that can be pulled out, and then I need a water source going this way. So let's see, I can pull water from somewhere over here. I think. Okay, so it has to be there. Alright, so let's grab the water. Let's grab the water. No, I netherracked that. Where's water? Okay, there we go. Alright, keep going with the water. So that means you won't really be able to access that side, but that's fine. Okay, so there's that one there. Is it connecting? Kind of. So do I want it a block lower? I don't think I hate the idea of having that be a block lower. So let's go ahead and seal that off. For now... Oh, that kind of defeated the purpose. Right, okay. Netherrack. Water. Other water. And just dig this out one deeper. That way the items are for sure getting collected. And not getting stuck right there. Alright, so gather that all up. And we'll just, temporarily place these down here. I am going to need some soul sand, but I won't worry about that quite yet. We'll just have the item collection. So now, if I go over here and knock out this, we should have water flow. Ah, right. That would be motivation to not have it go down so fast. Okay, but we don't want that. That is right where I was trying to avoid. So put that block there. And then item should go right in there. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, we're going to need some power. So, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to get that screenshot pulled up. Screenshot successfully pulled up. So, the first thing I'm noticing is that I've used some of that power going upwards, which might be an issue because I don't have a whole lot of vertical space here. But I might have just enough because in that one I had gearboxes here, here, and here. These were pointing, well, it doesn't matter what direction they were pointing because I'm going to mess with that later. But the gearboxes that they attached to were just one up. Okay, wow, I'm going to have just enough space. That is brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, Yes, okay. So we'll need that to not be there, and same with that. I might be losing out on some of my water sources up above, but that's a-okay. I do not care about that. I do, however, care about that water flow being where it needs to be. So I think I'm going to block this off. Put a torch. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Maybe not quite so close to gearboxes, because I would much prefer that those do not burst into flame. Alright, so another gearbox. Axle. Axle, gearbox, axle, axle. Gearbox. This bad boy came back 3, right? Yep, with gearbox here, then that, and then this was coming back to a gearbox here. Okay. So that should get all of these powered, and then I just determine where that power source is coming from. And then getting these powered will be another story. Maybe I just don't worry about experience orbs yet. I can adapt the system later. So instead we just put chests down there. That seems fine. So let's make this a little easier on ourselves. I'm gonna want access to that. So let's see. Get some glass, because that is replenishable in a way. Need to get down there. Yeah, I don't have enough gearboxes to actually worry about powering them quite yet. Whoops. But I would like to just have them present for now. So there we go. And then that there. And then I'm just going to fill this back in. Whoops. Because again, we'll come back to that in another episode, I think. Primary directive here is getting this all set and operational as a kill zone for the eventual tower. But if the tower isn't producing anything yet, then it doesn't really matter now, does it? It's a pain in the butt. I need to do this from above. Wasn't I in water there? Oh, my torches were already out. That's it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so I think it makes the most sense to bring power in from that direction, since it seems like I won't quite be doing anything over there anyway. Oh. I was wondering why I couldn't move that way. Alright, come on. I just want to get the final touches of this so we can be done for the episode and feel accomplished. So I do have that water source already coming in, so I might as well pull it off of this. Right? That seems to make sense. Ooh, am I going to be just... Well, no, if I put it right over there, it actually should be okay. So, right there, if we accommodate for a water wheel, let's just put a dumb roof there for now. And I guess, worst case scenario, I can put the water there. Doesn't really matter too much, right? Okay, so I actually ended up... Yeah, I completely blocked that water source. Funny. Could have sworn that I grabbed it from that one, but whatever. So if I do try that, so I can't put it there, I have to put it here. And that's too tall, isn't it? Not sure. But let's go ahead and try this. Yeah, not enough room. Because of these blocks here, I assume. Which, as long as I never disrupt that water. Oh, is it too tall by one here? It must be, right? Because I don't think it counts water sources. Let's try it. Nope, that still makes it freak out. So it must be something down below then. Oh, water's weird. Get out of here, water. Where be the blocks that be in the way? Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. Indeed. Alright, I'm going to cut to get this figured out for a minute. Be back. Alright, I got it. There was a stone block back in the corner there that I couldn't see because of the water was in the way. So this has both this being powered and our water source should have been coming that direction. But of course it's not. Why wasn't it? That was weird. I had a block there. Well, thought I had this figured out. I just want both. Can I not have both things happening? Okay, so that... No, that doesn't... Oh. Wait, what in the world? Oh. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now we've got it. Okay, good grief. Water's hard. Yeah, now that block's in the way. Boom. Okay, now we have power, and the little water, the item sorting thing is there. Goodness gracious. And if I ever have to expand this saw, I'm gonna have to tear it all out, but we'll deal with that at another point. So let's get these all facing the direction that we need. Ideally not clicking too much. Alright, well there's a saw that's already powered. And that needs power from above, that needs power from that direction, that needs power from above. Now we should have 4 powered saws, right? Yeah, alright. The killing pit is open. Cool. So that's the base of the mob tower. A very crude item collection in the form of a grand total of 2 hoppers, which we can maybe eventually power. Can probably pull power from that block right there, just bring it down and over. So I'd need probably just 2 gearboxes. And then, yeah, eventually go ahead and do a whole sorting system thing where the items are directed along a path and we sort by weight and floating and whatnot and filters. But that should do it for today's episode. Glad to have another part of the mob tower. Now we can just work on crafting floors, or constructing the floors. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time.